Lost your information about the private session with me? This video might help you find it. Hey guys, it's John here in the fabulous John of New Studios, which looks like this. And I wanted to hop back on today, and I've been getting a lot. This past week has been a lot of people who've lost their information on their private session with me because we're booking so far out right now. And just so you guys know, if you want a session with me, it's probably going to be out a long time for a while because people are still booking daily. So to get on the list is literally, that's the only way to do it, is to get on the list. It's not going to get sooner or shorter anytime soon, I don't think. I wanted to hop on because many people are either losing the date or whatever. Now, the interesting thing is when you book a session with me, what happens is immediately upon booking, Zoom will send you the Zoom invite. And when I say immediately, I mean immediately. If you do not get the Zoom invite immediately, then you may have not clicked the accept button in the payment. Because what happens is if you don't accept the invitation, if you don't accept the terms and make the purchase, it won't book it. And many people will write down the date as opposed to waiting for the invite. If you don't get an invite, it means it wasn't booked. And now let's talk about the invite. The other problem that I seem to be seeing people have is either they have Zoom going to their spam folder. So if you don't get something within a few minutes of booking, check your spam folder because it will be there. The other issue that I seem to be running into is people who have a different email address for their PayPal account. So they'll book the session and then they'll get mad because I never responded, but I'm responding to the email address that is connected. And so I only have that email address. I don't have the other one that you might be trying to give me. So it always goes back to, it's either the email address is a different email address, or it's in your spam folder. Now the Zoom invite will send it immediately. You'll also get an immediate receipt for the payment, and then a day before the interview, day before the session, you'll get a reminder about the session as well. So, and those will go to your spam folder or your other email account if you haven't figured that out. If you find that it's going to an email address that you don't have access to anymore or don't use anymore, you can email me through the contact form on the website, contact@johnofnew.com. And what we'll do is we'll just add your new address that you've chosen onto your appointment. The other thing is that if you have a digital calendar like Outlook, or I use Apple Mail, Zoom is going to send you that invite. At the bottom of that invite, there's going to be a button that looks like a little piece of a calendar. You click it, and it will populate your calendar if you have a digital calendar like I do. Now, if I showed you my calendar for the next 8 months, my calendar is full. So I don't have the time to handle each booking itself and scheduling it. So it's scheduled through Calendly. So on my end, I find out that I get a message on my phone that says something's been booked, and then what happens is it automatically populates my calendar. So I don't even really know who I'm talking to until the day of. And so if you're mad at me for not contacting you, it really isn't me who's contacting you. It's Zoom. Zoom is who's sending you the messages. And if Zoom is listed as unsafe or junk mail, then you're not going to get those messages. But I wanted to make sure you guys got this information because a lot of people are really, this past week it's been 4 or 5 people who just did not have their information. So I wrote down the information. Well, writing down the information doesn't really help you because you need the link in the invite to sign into the Zoom meeting. So you need the Zoom link to get in. So that's my thought on this. You guys, I hope this helps. I hope that anybody who's struggling for wondering when their session was. I know we're booking so far out, and I'm grateful that all of you are wanting to have that time. My greatest hope in the world has always been, and my mission in the world has always been to empower individuals, and that's what the sessions are about: empowering people to step into their own divinity and create amazing lives. And so I'm just so grateful that I get the opportunity to do it with so many. Last year we did over 600 private sessions. I've already booked over 400 for this year. So I feel really grateful that I get to help people empower themselves. So that's my thought on this. If you guys haven't found your video or your link, that's where it will probably be. But I have also had the people who never clicked the accept link, and then they come to the date that they want to have the session, that they thought they had the session because they wrote down the date they chose rather than waiting for the link. And what happened was they didn't book it. They didn't have the private session on my calendar because they didn't finish paying for it. So it doesn't. It kind of like has that process. It's like this, and then it populates my calendar. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of what's going on, and this should help some of you who are confused about when your session is, or also understand that the first message you'll get will be minutes after your booking, so you might have to go back in your messages to the date when you booked it to find the messages that are left behind. So there's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.